Okay, so let's continue our discussion on string. Okay,
Yeah.
so we said that string is a text, right? And we generally, not generally, we use string as in quotation, right? And you can have value like hello, right? Now, important thing here is to know that there are some operations which we can perform on string. So operations like, okay, you need to add, let's say, two variables. So let's say you have variable one, which is hello, and variable two, which is there, let's say. So I can print var1 plus var2. Okay. So printing var1 plus var2 will make us combine these two statements together. So see, these two got added together. So, okay. So this
Yeah.
is how you can perform addition of two string. Okay. You can even multiply a string with a variable. So I can say print var1 plus space, I'm adding space, and this whole thing, okay, I'll multiply with 5, let's say. So first we are adding string, which is blank space with var1, and then we are multiplying this with 5. So when you run it, you see hello, 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 hello 5 times, you get it. Okay.
Okay.
So this is how, you can get hello there 5 times. Now, you can iterate through a string using for loop. Okay, so I can say for I in, okay, instead of range, I will simply put var1. So for I in is exactly same. Okay, but
Okay.
instead of range, I'm using a string. So when you put string here, what happens? It's going to iterate through each of the string.
Yeah.
Okay, it's going to iterate through each of the string. That means, okay, if I put var1 as hello, okay, so I will be in first iteration. See, in range will generate range of values, correct?
Yeah.
So instead of generating range of values, we are creating a string here. So let's say hello, okay? So you
Yes.
have hello, and each time here in this loop example, will take the value generated by var1. What is the value generated by var1? Hello. So if range generates 0, 1, 2, 3, okay,
Mhm.
var1 generates HELLO. So I will run, this loop will run how many times?
5 times.
Yes, yes. First is going to take H, then it's going to
Mm-hmm.
take E, then L, then L, then O. So, okay, so it's running multiple times, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So when you run it, okay, you get HELLO, hello,
Yeah.
okay? So this is how you can iterate through a string, okay? So, okay, this is going to run 5 times. Yesterday we discussed about len, okay? So this
Yeah.
will tell you len, okay. Now, next, next for next 15 minutes, I'm going to tell you about a concept, okay? That
Okay.
concept is very useful and very important because
Okay.
it's not only string, okay? Everything that we do from now on, whether it is list, tuple, dictionary, or whatever, NumPy, pandas, everywhere the concept is same. So the
Okay.
concept is about, okay, how do you read a part of a string?
Okay.
Okay, I want to read part of a string, right? That
Yeah.
means if you're um, if you're like you have hello here, I want to read just hell out of here. Let's say, so I'm going to read a part of this. Now, as I said, this is, the concept that we are going to learn is same, whether if you want to read a part of a list, a part of, tuple, that we'll talk about in future. So let's
Okay.
understand this. Okay, we also call it as indexing. First thing, indexing uses square bracket. No matter what, okay, no matter which, um, data structure we talk about, okay, we use
Okay.
square bracket. Second thing we have to we have to understand is the position, okay, starts from 0. This is what we saw in range also. In range, if you do not give starting value, okay, then it starts from 0. So the position starts from 0, counting starts from 0. Indexing, okay, has a square bracket, okay. What does it mean? It means if I say var1 equal to hello, and if I need to just print h, so I'll say var1 square bracket. Immediately, no space, no bracket, nothing. I mean, the bracket is there, of course. Square bracket itself is a bracket, but it should be connected along with the variable name. Okay. So
Okay.
var1 is the variable name, and I am putting a square bracket. When I say square bracket, I'm saying that I don't want entire content of var1. If I need entire content, I would use var1 itself. I will not use square bracket, right? So I'm saying that I don't want entire content, but instead I want to print a part of it. So
Yeah.
to print part of it, I will put 0 here. 0 indicate first value. So when I say 0, you get h here. Maybe what I can do is I can print it instead of giving a comment. If I print it, you can see. Okay. So here you see var1 of 0 indicates first value of the string. Okay. Now, if I want second value, of course, what should I do? I should put 1.
1.
If I
Yeah.
need fifth element, I need to put 4 because
Yes.
indexing starts from 0, right? Yeah. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 should give me fifth element. Now, if I want, seventh element, I'll put 6. Do you have 6 here? Of course, no. So you get error. Error you'll get is string index out of range. So when you try to read position which is not there, here maximum you can read is 4, right? For index 4, hello has still index 4. If you try to read fifth index, this is what you get, index out of range. Okay. So when you're reading, you have to be careful of what you are reading. Okay. So
Yeah.
maximum you can read is 4. Okay. So this is one aspect where you are reading each element using the position or index, we call it. Okay. So you use square bracket and the index. This is called as forward index. Okay. Python also has backward index. Okay. Backward index starts from -1. Okay. That means if I need hello, so I need to count the position here. So fifth element, the index will be, n-1. So 5 - 1, 4. You can also say, okay, print var1 of, okay, when I say of, it means square bracket, -1. -1 will give you the last member.
Okay.
Okay. So now if I want the second last member, what should I do?
-0. Wait, no.
Ah,
-2.
-2. Yeah, 0 is in forward bracket. That's what,
Yeah.
sorry, forward indexing. That's what we discussed, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
left to right. You can't use it from right to left. Okay. It is -2. Okay. -2, -3, so on. So from left side, it is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And from reverse, it is -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So if I need h, I will say
-4.
-5 in this case.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
here counting starts from 1, right?
-1. Yeah.
So var1 -5. Okay. So you get, okay. So this is what we do in terms of backward indexing. Okay. Now, how did we get this, So see, if I have to print the last element, so I'll say var1 of, let's say You don't have negative index, let's say, for a second. I have to say 4. How do I know it's 4? Because the value can change, right? I can give something else. The 4 will not always be the last member.
Yeah.
So, okay, var1 of len of var1. Len of var1 will return what? Total
Fine.
number of elements,
Yeah.
right? So see, var1 bracket, inside bracket, I'm saying len of var1. So len of var1 will return the number of elements. So if I need the last element, I will say len of var1 minus 1.
Yeah.
Okay, len of var1 minus 1. That's, so this will give me the last element, right? So
Yeah.
Python says, okay, you don't have to do all these things. You simply delete it. Okay. Okay, I'll just leave it here for your reference. So, okay, you don't have to do all these things. Just remove the len. That means when you say -1, I know you are saying len minus 1. When you're doing -1, it is understood that you're doing len minus 1. So that's how you got this -1, -2, -3 indexing. So you can read an element from left to right. You can read an element from right to left. Okay.
Okay.
Now, one small concept here, okay, strings are called immutable. You cannot edit it. You can replace. That means if I say var1 equal to hello, or let's say something like this. Okay. So this is possible because I am replacing this. Okay. Earlier var1 was something else. Now it has become something else. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm replacing it. This is perfectly fine. But if I try to replace var1 of 0 equal to h, this is not possible. You'll get error. Okay. String object does not support item assignment. That's why you say immutable. You can't edit it.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you say, okay, if you think that, okay, let me, add a var1 as something, and now if I go and replace with something else, yes, you can do it. Replace means totally new, right? But if you say that, okay, let me, edit the value which is there inside, you cannot. You cannot edit. This is what we say immutable. Strings are immutable. Okay. Okay. So far we have seen how to read each element from the string. Now, if I want to read multiple elements, okay. So see, if you are reading non-continuous element, I want first, third, and 10th. So you have to say var1 of 0, var1 of 2, var1 of 9. Okay, separately you have to say. But if your continuous value, I want first 3, I want last 3, I want middle 3, you can, okay, do it. We use what is called as colon, using colon. Okay, to read continuous. I don't know what's the spelling. Okay, I always get this wrong.
Yeah.
N-U-O-U-S, I think, right? To read continuous set of values. Okay. So if I need second to fifth element, or let's say second to fourth element, we'll try to read middle 3 first. Then we'll see first and last. Second to fourth. So print, okay. Again, you remember your range learning. So what did we say? Okay, second means it has to be 1, right?
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, right? So I need to read 1, 2, 3. So I'll go up to 4. Range also does the same thing, right? When you
Yeah.
give the ending value is always up to, right? Now here, if I say 4, okay, it means I want up to 3. Left side is including, right side is up to. Left side is including, right side is up to. So left side 1 is included and left side 4 is not. So you get second, third, and fourth element. Okay. So colon will give you continuous values.
Okay.
Okay, why is taking time to run? Oh, it shouldn't take so much time. Okay, so meanwhile, let it take time, and meanwhile, or let's forcefully stop it. No, I think PyCharm has become unresponsive. Oh, got stuck. Okay, so yeah. So you see, you got
Yeah.
ELL. ELL is 1, 2, and 3, right? That means your, okay. 1 is 2, right? So ELL. Okay, so I need first 3 element, let's say. Now for print, I'll say first 3 elements. So first 3 element, if I say var1 of
0 to
0
2.
colon 3, 0, 1, 2.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, 0, 1, 2, right? So 0, 1, 2, so 0 colon 3. Or as we know, if you don't mention, it means it is 0. I can simply say colon 3.
Okay.
Colon 3 means left side should start from 0. Okay.
Okay.
Then where, okay, let it be like this. Okay. This is your first 3 element. Either you say 0 colon 3 or colon 3. Now, if I have to do negative indexing, how will I do? Because we also have negative indexing, right?
Yeah.
So how will you do?
Minus the, oh, wait. Start from minus to 0.
How can you have 0? First of all, you tell me in backward indexing. 0 is part of forward indexing, left to right counting.
Yeah.
I'm talking about backward, left, right to left.
So
So
minus 3 to minus 1.
minus 3 to minus 1.
It will print one letter, two
Minus,
letters.
minus 1
So
is here.
0 and L.
So you want L. See, minus 1 means what? Minus 1 is this one, right?
0.
Last element, correct? So
Yeah.
you are saying up to last element. So when you say up to last element, O will not be printed, it will print up to L. So minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. So minus 3 and up to minus 1 is LL. It should print L. It will print you LL.
Okay.
I want HEL. First 3 elements, right? So starting is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is it 4 or 5? 0. So it is minus
Minus
1,
1,
2, 3, 4, 5, right?
yeah.
Minus 5.
Minus 5 to minus 2.
Minus 5 to minus 2 is it? Let me see if you got it right. Okay. Yes, good. Minus 3 to minus 5 to minus 2. Now let's say, okay, if I change this to something else, hello there. Now in this case, okay, see, first 2 is giving you correct answer, HEL, but this is not giving me correct answer, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we will do, this is right, okay, but to make it more generic, okay, minus 5 means the last element, right? So minus len of var1, okay, len of var1 will give you last element, correct?
Plus 2.
Len of var1 will give you
Yeah.
number of elements,
Yeah.
5, okay? So if it is 5, the last element is minus 5, so minus len, okay? Then I need 3 elements, I said. So 3 elements means if it is 5, minus 5, then minus 5, minus 4, minus 3, right? So if I add here plus 3, will it work?
Yeah.
It will work, right? So minus 5 plus 3 is minus 2, and this is what we did here. So if you do minus len colon minus len plus 3, it becomes a generic value, okay? And it doesn't matter what you do here, you always get first 3 element,
Yeah.
okay? So this is another way of doing the same thing,
Okay.
okay? And now you tell me, if I need the last 3 elements, what will I do?
Last 3. -1 to -3, -4, where 1 of -1 to -4.
See, -1 to -4, which is smaller? -1 is smaller, -4 is smaller.
-4.
Then which should be on the left side?
-4 is to -1, yeah. -4.
-4 is to -1. So -4 into -1, okay, okay. So -4 is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So
Yeah.
-4 is here. You're not talking about last three. I want here, not
Right.
here.
Sorry.
Okay.
-3
So
is to -1.
-3 is to -1. -1 is E, right? So you are saying up to -3. Sorry, up to -1, right? So of course you are not printing the last element. See, last element is up to, isn't it?
Yeah.
Last element is up to. So when you're saying up to -1, that means -1 will not be printed,
Yeah.
right? You will not get -1. So it is -3 to -1. So -3 is E, -2 is R, and that's it. That's why you got ER,
Yeah.
right? So here you should say nothing. When you say nothing, okay, what it means? Up to the end. See, when you don't say anything on the left side of colon, it means start from 0. And when you say nothing on the right side, it means go up to the end.
Okay.
Okay. So this is how you can get last 3 elements. If you don't mention anything on the right side, it means up to end. So for example, content, I can print like var1, var1 itself, or I can even say var1 of from beginning till the end, right? So I don't mention anything in the beginning, so it starts from 0. And if I don't mention anything at the end, that means go up to the last character. So see, you can print using this one also. Okay, so this is how we do indexing in string, and same concept applies for other data structure which you are going to do in future. I'm not going to repeat this again, right? Because
Okay.
you understand what it means.
Yeah.
So we'll stop here. Okay, and I want you to